Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. I'm Chris. This is James. And we thought this week we'd look at a couple of B movies and we'd have a look at Michael Jai White. So the first one we're going to review today is Hostile Takeover.
You can't handle the truth!
Which follows Pete, a professional hitman, as he faces a group of assassins after the boss of a crime syndicate suspects disloyalty due to his attendance at a Workaholics Anonymous meeting. So, first things first, they are B movies, so we weren't expecting Hollywood budgets and that kind of thing. But saying that, it didn't look too bad. It looked like it was well shot, well angled. They had a few faces I recognised as well, and I did like I wasn't sure at first, but at the end of it, I thought, you know what? Actually, I did like the humour because basically, spoiler, he keeps coming up against other assassins, and they're all like, "Why didn't you come to my son's bar mitzvah? Why didn't you do this? And like, there's a point when you're like, these are all like killers, and they've got like hundreds of kills to their name, and they're just like acting like children and emotionally vulnerable. I found that quite funny. The action scenes were a bit, I don't know. Is Michael Jai White getting too old? Is this the problem?
He's not getting too old. He's very good at his martial arts work. I've seen a wide range of his films, and
some of them are so
I
good.
find when he's doing pure martial arts, he's unbeatable. But he has a lot of these kind of films where they're always just a bit different, and I don't quite get into them as much. But in terms of, you're saying there's a scene where he gets up from the sofa and all them guys come rushing in, and he just stands there like, and he just takes them out so easily. I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt like a bit of a lazy fight, that one, to me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because it was meant to be cool, like, I'm that good, but I just felt it was a bit of a lazy fight.
It was like a Steven Seagal film.
Yeah.
Where they all come rushing in and just like...
But I would rather watch a Steven Seagal film because you can laugh at it and it's got that level of ridiculousness to it. This was just kind of... I just didn't get much entertainment. The key word here is that it didn't look budget and it was okay, but I didn't get much... I wasn't entertained.
Yeah. It was...
Yeah.
It very much felt to me like a TV movie.
And I did not like the women fighting. Because it didn't look... The fighting... Not because they were women, because they didn't look good. It looked very...
And the end scene.
It just didn't look... It looked like... You know, in some of them old Asian movies, when you can see they're being led like wrestlers, and it just looked very staged and choreographed, like they wasn't actually fighting and just more dancing. I didn't like it.
Because it was like stop and start. It didn't flow. I know what you mean. Yeah. But I found that was a problem throughout the whole film with the fighting. Is even with Michael Jai White, who I've seen in so many... I mean, Blood and Bone is one of my favourite films.
Yeah, but I mean... Just fighting.
He's
so good at it.
And then this, I was just like, I just wanted to see some of that. But I mean, it looked like he couldn't do any kicks because his trousers were too tight, and I don't know. I felt like Michael Jai White. I felt like
a personal message.
You let me down. That's just how I feel. I feel hurt.
Hurt? Well, hang on.
No, I feel hurt because I was expecting Michael Jai White martial arts action in a film where he is the main character.
It didn't deliver. I really don't have much to say about it because it just didn't... I've got nothing to say about it that's really that negative outside of expectations for this kind of movie. There's nothing like, oh, that was really bad. It wasn't. I just wasn't... This is the kind of film you want to sit down and just have a little bit of entertainment with a few good action scenes, and for me it was very flat. And even the end scene was probably the best fight scene where he's fighting the only guy that can fight him, like in all the stereotypical movies. It perked up a bit then, but the story, there was nothing really made me very interested in this film. Like there was no hook, there was no real...
The story was really
I didn't
strange.
like the comedy.
And at the end, the boss man was like, "Oh, I knew you didn't, but I knew if I did this, you'd do that, and it
Yeah.
would be. I was just like, that's really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack. It's a flat film. Michael J. White's great, and he's got so many good projects. He's got a lot of bad projects, like a lot of like Van Damme does, like Steven Seagal does. They've all got some that are like your Under Sieges and that, and your Blood Sports, and then you got some that are just like they just
Why?
went to work to cash the money. Yeah, so that's what this was. It will never stand out.
So then, out of 10,
Yeah, I'd give it a 4.
4.
I wasn't entertained. I need to have at least 2 or 3 scenes in this kind of movie where I'm like, oh, that was cool. I didn't get any.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, I was going to say 4.5.
Yeah,
Um,
big decision.
so let's go 4.2.
4.2.
So a little bit closer to your side. 'Cause I think you're probably right.
Hmm.
4.2. It's watchable, but
This was a hostile review, if you think about it.
brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Till next time.